what they want.
Welcome back to Dissecting the Week. This week, the first thing I want to talk about is we're starting to see the Olympic champions roll out in all their golden gear. And the first two we've seen is Roglic and Carapaz. Carapaz with a arguably bronze gold bike, but it's still cool. Very strong helmet and glasses game. Roglic, I was a little bit underwhelmed by just the gold helmet and the gold forks on his Cervelo. You know, if I was Olympic champion, I'd be asking for gold bed sheets, gold skin. I'd want a gold skin suit, and not like gold coloured. Like I'd want it to be actually gold, even if it was 10 watts slower. Hopefully, it's been a short turnaround. Hopefully that's going to really, they're going to really lift the gold factor on Roglic's setup. So we should see Annemiek van Vleuten soon. So hopefully Movistar have pulled all the stops out for some gold gear for her. Historically, Movistar not keen on changing anything. It's not Olympic champion, but I was national champion at Movistar, and they really didn't like the fact that the top half of the skin suit had to be white. In their mind, they wanted just dark blue with a tiny little GB flag, so to keep in keeping with Movistar's sort of then navy blue and green theme. So yeah, not sure what's going to happen for Annemiek, and obviously Anna Kiesenhofer as well. Oh, we don't know. Hopefully, because she doesn't have a trade team, or a sort of a Women's World Tour level trade team yet. Yeah, hopefully someone pulls out all the stops for her in the gold department. We'll crack on. There's a short one because there's not been a huge amount going on. Like the Vuelta started, Tour of Poland finished, Tour of Denmark finished. There was 3 time trials in one day at one point last Sunday. So we'll get straight onto Heroes of the Week. One is a person I'm a fan, a lady I'm a fan of, and that's Chloe Hoskin. For her bike riding, but also for her Twitter as well. She's very funny. She won the stage 4 of the Ladies Tour of Norway in spectacular fashion. And I think in Women's World Tour, we talk about the same riders quite a lot, so it's nice to be talking about someone who's been in the Women's World Tour for a long time and has been very prominent, and is still winning races, so that was real cool. John Archibald won the National 25. So for those of you following from not in the UK, will likely have no idea what that is, but the UK has a very strong time trial scene. There's a bunch of national championships over a load of different distances, and the 25 is arguably one of the more prestigious of the CTT, the Cycling Time Trials National Champs. John won that for a second year running. That was a damn sight closer than last year with Chris Fennell only just behind him. I wish I could have been there, but alas, I wasn't. Jasper Philipsen and Rein Taaramäe won stages of the Vuelta. Philipsen has been fighting all year to win a stage of a Grand Tour. He came very close in the Tour de France a few times, and in the first opportunity of a sprint in the Vuelta, pulled it off. And Rein Taaramäe is here because he's been a fighter for years and years and years, and Intermarché Wanty team, they won a stage Le Giro with Taco, which was very inspiring because it was all like massively aerodynamic focused. Rein won the uphill finish. He was just stronger than sort of his breakaway companions, and it's just nice to see someone that's been fighting for a long time come away with a win, because I know it's going to mean a hell of a lot to them. And also Remco, because we all know how good Remco is. He's had a tough year. Obviously his winter was hampered by the ongoing after effects of his crash. I can't even remember he didn't race at all until the Giro. The Giro, there's a lot of pressure on him because I think everyone thought he was just going to win it, and that didn't happen for him. And in the Olympics, didn't really go to plan for him either, and he's put a lot of focus in there. But what Remco is very good at is 1 week stage races. He wins pretty much all of them that he enters, and that was no different in Denmark. He won a road stage on his own to get the lead, and then consolidated it with a win in the TT as well. So that was mighty impressive. I haven't really picked a hero of the week, but I think I'm gonna go with Chloe Hoskin because, like I said, I'm a big fan. So Chloe's my hero of the week. WTF of the week. There's nothing standout that's happened. There's been no shin tape or team pursuit crashes or anything like that this week. It's been quite a quiet week on the WTF front. So I'm gonna cast your mind back to triathlon. and specifically the TT, or the bike part of the triathlon, because I don't know much about what happens before and what happens after. They go for a splash and then they go for a jog. But I just get mighty confused at who is making the rules around Tribars. Now, in like Olympic short course triathlons, they've all got clip-on Tribars and dropped handlebars. Some have only got dropped handlebars, and they're doing a bunch race, so they can draft and everything. So they're doing a bunch race with clip-on Tribars, which we know in the pro ranks got like eradicated pretty quickly because of how dangerous it was. Yet in triathlon it's happening. And then in like the Ironman stuff, there's no drafting allowed, although you are still getting a draft at 5 or 10 meters or whatever their gap is. But they're on full TT rigs, but they're not allowed a disc wheel because of crosswinds and stuff. For me, a disc wheel does not impact the handling of a bike, it's how deep your front wheel is. The disc wheel is almost negligent. If it's massive crosswinds, you run a 30mm front wheel and you can still run a disc on the back and the bike's completely handleable, which is a word I just made up. But yet you see in sort of Kona, people running 10cm front wheels and having to run 10cm back wheels, and you'll still be all over the place because of the depth of the front wheel. So I just really want to get hold of triathlon and the bike part specifically, give it a little shake and say, look, if you're going to do a bunch race style bike leg, do it with just dropped handlebars. And if you're going to do Ironman style things, just allow disc wheels, because it's what I just said. Upcoming, we've got the Paralympics will be kicking off soon, which will be like real interesting to watch, especially on the track, because if the able-bodied Olympics was anything to go by, I think the Paralympics is going to be wild as well. Dame Sarah Story is lining up for her, I don't even know what number of Paralympics it is and how many medals she's got, but well, there's more on the table here. The Vuelta continues. We're going to be talking about the Vuelta for the next couple of weeks. For me, I'm going to go racing. I'm finally doing a race. Since stage 12 of the Giro, I have not done a race, and I'm going to do a 25-mile TT in Essex on Sunday morning. It's more for me than anything else. I like the TT scene in the UK. I enjoy doing them. It's a good hit out. Like I need a hit out basically before Worlds. I kind of need to prove my selection as well, so be able to get some numbers from this. Whenever I do UK TTs, I am conscious I'm usually the only World Tour rider on the start line, more often not the only full-time bike rider on the start line. So I make sure that any prize money I might win, if I was to win, goes to either the first junior, the first juvenile, or just simply to second place, because I don't think it's fair that I take prize money. I will be on a new Factor, Hanzo, not with a completely optimized handlebar setup yet, but so far I've been riding it for the last few days. It's real good. There'll be a vlog about it. I'm looking at it right now. You can't see it, but I can. It's very good. So I'm going to be on that. It's going to be at silly o'clock in the morning. It's going to be good fun. I just enjoy it. It's an aspect of cycling I really enjoy. And when I retire, I think time trialing is something I will still continue to do. Perhaps not quite as fast as I have done historically. Although the CTT don't have the UCI rules and regs, so you can lift your hands right up to your face as long as you can see, and you can have knee-high oversocks as well, which is real fast. Anyway, thanks for watching. We upgraded the microphone again because there's been a few complaints about the sound quality. There's been a few complaints about the graphics, this whiteboard. I'll apologize for the sound quality. I will not apologize for this whiteboard because, you know, it's rough and ready, but that's what this is about. I mean, this isn't Warner Brothers. This is Flyers Club. Like, we don't have a production team. Like, we do this all ourselves. So the whiteboard's staying.